In this video, we will try to understand how to plan effective teaching through instructional design using revised Bloom's taxonomy. So before doing that, we try to understand what is instructional design. Instructional design is the systematic process of planning, developing and delivering educational or training materials in a structured and effective way. It involves identifying learners' needs, defining learners' objectives, selecting appropriate teaching strategies, and designing assessments. In simple terms, instructional design is what should be taught, how should it be taught, and how will we know if it was learned. Instructional design basically helps plan lessons clearly and effectively. It focuses on what students need to learn, sets clear learning goals and outcomes, organizes content in a logical order, improves student understanding and engagement, makes teaching more efficient and time saving, supports better assessment of learning, adapts teaching for different types of learners, encourage long-term learning and real-life application. Now, comprehensive instructional design table. We know that revised Bloom taxonomy is a helpful framework that organizes learning into three domains. And the domains are cognitive domain, affective domain, and psychomotor domain. In cognitive domain, the domain labels are remembering, understanding, applying, analyzing, evaluating, and creating. And in affective domain, the domain labels are receiving, responding, valuing, organizing, and characterizing. And in psychomotor domain, the domain labels are perception, set, guided response, mechanism, complex overt response, adaptation, and origination. Now, the expected learning outcome related to cognitive domain are recall formulas, explain variables, solve equations, analyze methods, justify approach, and create problems. The expected learning outcomes related to affective domain may be show interest in math, participate in discussions, appreciate math's value, prioritize math learning, demonstrate, and responsibility. The expected learning outcomes related to psychomotor domain may be identify math tools, show readiness for task, construct figures, perform construction independently, solve real-world problems, and design models. The pedagogical process in cognitive domain can be direct instruction, group discussions, problem-solving sessions, use of real-life scenarios, brainstorming, etc. And in affective domain, it can be storytelling, group work, real-life application discussions, goal setting, habit building activities, etc. And in psychomotor domain, it can be tool demonstrations, guided hands-on work, practice sessions, creative project work. Cognitive domain, the teacher will explain the concept clearly, facilitate discussions, give feedback, pose critical questions, encourage creativity. In affective domain, the teacher will capture attention, motivate students, reinforce values, guided planning, and model good behavior. And in psychomotor domain, the teacher will demonstrate tools, provide guided practice, encourage independence, monitor and support creativity. In cognitive domain, the student will try to recall and explain, solve problems, analyze methods, evaluate solutions, and create new problems. Affective domain, the student will try to listen attentively, participate in discussions, reflect on math's importance, set goals, so consistent learning behavior, etc. And in psychomotor domain, the student will try to select tools, prepare for tasks, construct figures, perform multiple tasks, and modify or design models. The assessment tool in creative domain can be MCQ, short answer, worksheet, concept map, justification writing, presentations, etc. The assessment tool in affective domain can be observation checklist, participation rubric, reflective journals, self-assessment, behavior logs, etc. And the assessment tools in psychomotor domain can be tool use checklist, performance rubrics, project evaluations, portfolio review, etc. Hope this short discussion will help teacher educator to construct lesson planning or learning design for effective teaching. Thank you and happy learning.